Our next pitch is hailing from North Lawndale, the amazing Pastor Phil Jackson, founder and CEO of the Firehouse Community Arts Center, coached by Jerry Dillenberg, Lou Longo, and Amanda Salhoot. Without further ado, Phil Jackson, Firehouse Community Arts Center.
The Firehouse Community Arts Center of Chicago. Our mission is to interrupt the cycle of violence among the lives of youth and young adults in North Lawndale through the power of arts and faith. We reach over 2,000 young people every year through our arts programming, through our violent interruption work, through our food distribution, and our workforce development. Help us spark new flames one life at a time.
Let me tell you a story. 1949, in a small town in the U.S., there was a dam that was about to burst. And the engineers came and said to the townspeople, we're going to have to relocate you because we got to flood this town because the dam is not working well. And the people just got disgruntled and they just gave up. Literally, you could say the people did not give a damn. And so by the end of the year, the place looked like a jungle. It was all overgrown and everything. And a reporter came to someone and said, hey, what do you think about this town that you grew up in and it's all overgrown? The person said something very prophetic. They said, whenever there is no hope for the future, there is no power for the present. What's going on? My name is Pastor Phil Jackson. I serve as the founder and CEO of the Firehouse Community Arts Center of Chicago. And I've served and loved on and blessed to be able to love on young people for 30 years in North Lawndale. Now don't get it twisted, I'm just 35. But in that 30-year period of time, we bought an abandoned 100-year-old, 10,000 square foot Chicago fire station. And in that space, our mission is to interrupt the cycle of violence among the lives of youth and young adults in North Lawndale through the power of arts and faith. And what's so amazing about that space is that there's been a reduction of 75% of murders in North Lawndale. Let me repeat that and say it clearly. There's been a reduction of murders at 75%. 75%. That means people, mamas, are able to see their kids, dads are able to see their kids graduate from high school. That's amazing. How that happens is our first line of defense is our outreach team. And our outreach team spends over 6,900 hours a year on the block, reaching young men and women who are most likely to shoot somebody or to get shot. And during phase one, of 4 months of phase one, they meet Jimmy. And Jimmy is a young man who believes that another life is possible. He's been labeled as a shooter, labeled as a dope dealer, and they begin to expose Jimmy to all kinds of career opportunities. Then they pass the baton onto our mentors. And our mentors now work with Jimmy for 20 to 25 hours a week, helping him get his high school diploma, therapy, one-on-one mentoring. And Jimmy is starting to believe that there's hope for the future to have power for the present until Jimmy doesn't come to work one day. And we're looking for Jimmy, and then Jimmy is nowhere to be found, but we find out that Jimmy's in a hospital. You see, he had gotten shot a couple of days before because he was trying to make some fast money to get into a hotel for a couple of days, couple of weeks, because he has no place to lay his head. Jimmy was homeless. And out of the 100 young people we serve every year in our violent interruption work, about 20% of them don't have a place to lay their head. That means that their days don't match their nights. You can help us tonight to change that in the circle of safety by helping us buy a home that's slotted for us to get in North Lawndale. For $300,000, it's an 8-bedroom house, 4 full baths, big kitchen, big living space, where we can empower young people's days to match their nights. Help us spark new flames one life at a time.
All right, our next bragging right winner. So we have the Spirit of Fast Pitch, selected by this year's pitchers. So every nonprofit leader who competed on this stage, well, not competed, who showcased on this stage tonight, was able to vote for a peer. Yep. Selected by this year's pitchers as the person most representing the spirit of fast pitch. And this is no surprise. But drum roll, please. Spirit of fast pitch goes to Pastor Phil Jackson, founder and CEO of Firehouse Chicago Art Center. Pastor Phil. Wow, wow, wow.
Congratulations, Pastor Phil.
Such a great guy. Such a great, woo, woo, woo,
Hey,
Pastor
hey,
Phil.
West Side.